Hello Libra, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read, Libra. I'm just coming back to say thank you for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all your clicks and your views. I appreciate you. And as per this these bonus reads that I usually do, if you've been here before, you know what I'm about to say, right? That this reading is for the current energy or the future energy. I don't intend on digging into anything back there. If it shows up, I am going to acknowledge it, but I am not going to dig into anything in the past, friend. All right, let's figure out what's going on for you, Libra. What I've been doing for the bonus reads this week is I'm just throwing down some cards, seeing what sort of intuitive energies I get on the hits here. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And hey, Libra, don't forget, there's a sale on right now, right? So 10% off the pre-recorded readings. And if you want that, there is a coupon code in the pinned comment below this video. Go take a look and take the link over to Hipsy. And your username and password for Wizio will work there. They are sister sites. And if you want to get a face-to-face reading with me, check that out as well. It's 75% off the first 10 minutes with me. All right, whether you want that video chat or on the phone. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, my. Libra, you're trying to make a decision. It's a heavy decision, friend. That's what it looks like here. You know what? It feels like, okay, Charlie just said, damned if you do, damned if you don't, my friend. That's what it feels like here. And you're confused about what to do next. That's what it looks like here. You're not sure what to do next. So the Five of Wands, right, is you in a tug and pull with yourself. I'm not really sure. What do I do here? It does feel like the Five of Wands is telling me that you have some indecision about something. And you're kind of back and forth on it. The Justice in the reverse is you. That's your energy. That's Libra energy, and it's in the reverse, which makes me feel like you feel you're not going to get any justice if you decide to move forward. This seems like a really heavy decision that you're making here, and you're very much in this Five of Wands energy. I think that there's something here that you're manifesting. I kind of like to look over the cards and look at the way everything is placed there for a reason. I want to say that you could be someone who's far away from home right now. You could be someone who is traveling, or maybe you live far away from where you were born or where your family is. We do have the Two Wands that are pointed to the ground, which tells me that you're about to be at the crossroads for something. And it's going to cause you to make some sort of decision or take an action. We do have the Ace of Wands that's pointing up here. And just show you that close there. It's pointing up here. So it feels like you are ready to go on some sort of a new path, or at least you're thinking about it. This person is thinking about what's going on in the town up ahead, right? So what's going to happen when I get there? Is this an exciting, is it creative, is it fun? It feels like somebody here is about to drop their burdens so they can make a decision to go out on the path of the Ace of Wands and find their passions. So I feel like you're about to make a decision, but that leaves us with, the Three Wands that are sticking out here. That leaves us with 7. This is a decision that is really hard for you to make because you feel like your back is against the wall. It almost feels like you feel you have to make a decision. It's not that you want to, but you have to. I don't know that you're ready though, because Justice is in the reverse. Or you feel like I'm really sort of confused and overwhelmed in my feelings. I don't really know if I should take the leap of faith or not. It feels like somebody here is sort of arguing within themselves. It could be something to do with work. It could be something to do with the community you live in. It also could be something to do with a social group that you are in, or a network you belong to. It could be a project that you're working on, or maybe you're the project leader, because we have 2 people who are watching someone else work. So you could be the project leader, and maybe you feel like you don't have the energy or the tools to complete the task, is what it feels like here. Let's talk more about this Justice in reverse here. Why do you feel like you're not going to get any justice? Or maybe you're just in this energy where you feel like things are not balanced enough in your life to be able to make some sort of a decision that you've been in indecision about. Tell me about why Justice is in the reverse. For Libra, why is Justice in the reverse? There we go. That tells the tale. We've got the Two of Cups, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we have the Five of Swords. So there it is. You're sort of arguing with yourself about as to how deep do you feel about the situation. Do you really need it? Like the Queen of Cups is very deep, right? Very deep, very empathic, kind, compassionate. And the Five of Swords, though, is a lot of intrusive thoughts. It's also, I'm fighting my feelings, is what it feels like. The Queen of Cups feels like I'm fighting these deep feelings. So the Two of Cups is here. I feel like you feel under pressure to make a decision about some sort of a connection that you have that is very emotional. So this could be friendship. This could be someone that you're a best friend with. Look, maybe your best friend is saying, look, can we move far away together? Do you want to come? Do you want to move? I don't know. Are you in Australia? I always pick Australia because that's like at my heart. Like I really want to go to Australia one day, so I always pick Australia. But maybe you are someone who's in Australia and wants to go to Canada or do it to the U.S. But it feels like somebody wants you to move away with them. What am I hearing? I'm hearing a song, and she says, "Come away with me in the night." Who is she? Night. The song, "Come Away With Me," I think is what it's called. Yeah. Something tells me that maybe she's a daughter of Quincy Jones. Could it be? Somebody's going to tell me in the comments what her name is. Come away with me in the night. Come away with me to a mountaintop. Something about I want to be with you on a cloudy day when the rain is falling on a metal rooftop. It feels very romantic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It feels very romantic, that someone's either romanticizing this or this is a romantic connection. So you can decide that. But it feels like somebody is fighting their feelings. And the feelings could be, I don't know if I can leave my family. I don't know if I want to move across the world. But the feelings could obviously be about romance, right? Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Let's talk about that. Because you feel really, why do you feel so under pressure to give somebody an answer? And I feel like it's causing you to fight your feelings or have intrusive thoughts about all the things that could go wrong. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. We've got the Hermit, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So you're holding back. You're just not ready. Look, I feel like the Hermit energy is telling me, you've just got to pull your energy back and figure out if this is the right thing for your heart space. It feels like you really have to do the self-audit and figure out if this is what you need, because if you are in fact going to be moving away from this place to another place with this person that's very far away from home, it feels like you're really going to have to do the self-audit, because it feels as though you're going to have to be the healed version of you. So the Eight of Swords is telling me that you're kind of trapped in the mind and you're holding back your answer. So somebody, I feel, has asked you about a relationship or is about to. Look, this could be future energy. It could be in a couple of months, by the way. We've got the Two of Cups here, which is taking my interest here. I'm being pulled to the Two of Cups. But we do have the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding back. I don't want to make a decision just yet because I don't think that I'm ready. Hermit energy is where we go for the self-reflection, right? For the self-audit. Going in, I just need to make sure that I'm going in the right direction. If this is going to be the place I'm going to, then it's going to have to be the healed place, right? Somebody's, this hermit carries this, they're trying to follow they're trying to follow spirit, trying to follow their light. Do I have enough light? It feels like somebody here is holding back. Do I have enough money? Have I saved enough money? It feels like there's a lot of questions and it's all what ifs because the Eight of Swords is here. Tell me more about this energy, please. Tell me why there's so much apprehension here for Libra. Got the Three of Swords in the reverse. The Moon is in the reverse, and then we have the Chariot. If I move too quickly, it's going to reveal everything that I don't want this person to see about me. It also could be that maybe you've been heartbroken in the past and you don't want to take this really big leap of revealing everything to somebody. It's like, I feel like you don't know them very well at this point. Maybe you've only been together a little while. Maybe you just started dating them, or maybe it's very early in the relationship. The Three of Swords tells me that there is a lot of unresolved angst or hurt or hurt. Maybe there is heartbreak. It feels like that's why you're going into this Hermit energy here. I think what you need to do is reveal something here. It's like we got to have a conversation about this. The Moon energy is about things that that are being revealed here. And so I don't think that you really want to reveal that the reason that you're apprehensive about moving forward is because you've had your heart broken before, because maybe this person's like, oh, they think I'm going to break their heart. Tell me about the Moon energy. What is the Moon energy? What's being revealed here? We've got the High Priestess, got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Wands. So we have two very different energies here. We could have feminine and masculine energies. I mean, take your side. The Queen also has masculine energy. The King also has feminine energy. It feels like somebody here moves really slow. One of you moves really slow. So you could be the one with the Earth energy, and one of you moves really quick, which is the Queen of Wands energy, the one who's bold and ready to move forward. Let's get in the Chariot. Let's get this all balanced. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It feels like you could have both of these energies. Look, maybe you're a Libra. Maybe you have Libra energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, but maybe you also have Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles energy, Taurus and Sagittarius. Of course, it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because we're in a general reading in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The kicker is this. I feel like somebody doesn't really want to talk about it. I feel like I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it. I don't know if I'm ready to move forward. It feels like the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess are giving me apprehensive energy, which is also up here with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands. It feels like apprehensive energy. It feels like I'm not ready to talk about this stage of the relationship yet. So I feel like it could be you that's pushing it along and the other person is giving you resistance, but it also could be the other person who's pushing it along and you're the one giving resistance. So I read it from both sides because it is a general reading, but we haven't talked about enough things yet. Maybe you don't know them well enough, the Ace of Swords being in the reverse. I'm not really sure if I have all the information. Maybe I need more information before I make a decision. Before I make a decision to move forward here. Tell me about this this Chariot energy here, because it feels like there is something under the surface or something you don't want to talk about. That's Cancer energy, and Cancer takes a really long time to get to know somebody, and they don't really want to commit immediately, but they just, it's not because they're not a committing person, it's because they just want to know what's going on. They want to know what they're up against before we end up moving too quickly here. Tell me about this Chariot. Lovers, Six of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So you know that there's a really deep connection here. And it feels like you are comfortable with the way this relationship is progressing up to here. I think that you're still undecided about whether this is a deep enough soul connection. And it feels like you're not ready to make that decision just yet, because it feels like with the Ace of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck, that's future energy for me. It feels like it takes you a long time to work things out, that you have to look at the what ifs first, and that's why you hold back. That's why you hold back from making all these plans, putting plans in motion. It feels like if somebody pushes you too hard, Libra, you're apt to just say no, I think. So tell me about these two here, because it feels like we have two people who have very different ideas of how we should move forward here. Tell me about the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. How does this work out? Does it work out? Because the King of Pentacles is holding themselves back, is not saying much. And I mean, this does not have to be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, but this could be the energy, understand? Because these can be people, but they could also be the energy of someone who is a Libra, the energy of someone who is an earth sign. Tell me more. We have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, and the Wheel. So somebody here is thinking about all the things that could go wrong. It also feels like a little bit of disconnect, that we haven't really spoken enough. We really don't know each other enough. We're not going slow enough. I don't want to be in the Five of Cups. I don't want to end up having regrets that I uprooted my life and went across the world, or that I began a relationship without really knowing what is in the future. The Wheel of Fortune is here. This is a really big change, and I feel like this person, the Queen of Wands here, is somebody who is pushing forward for change, because that's how they roll, right? This is a person who sees what they want and they just go get it. But this one is more introspective, right? The King of Pentacles is someone who is holding back, looking over the analytics. I'm just going to see how much money's in the bank account. I'm not really sure. Are we in lack? Are we not in lack? Look, I feel like somebody here this is only a speed bump, I'm going to say, because 2 5s are showing up here. And for me, when more than 1 5 shows up, it is quick change. In fact, we have 3, 5, 5, 5. So I feel like you're not going to be in this energy for very long, and things are going to change and move forward. The question is, which way will they change and move forward? It's going to start with a conversation about whether or not, it's going to be a face-to-face conversation about whether or not we are on the same page. Are we building toward the same thing, right? This is community. This is network. This is a job. This is, where are we going to make money? How are we going to make our money, right? This is also 2 people who are watching someone else perfect their craft, and they're wondering, do I want, this could be a class. Like maybe I'm trying to figure out, do I really want to follow this person? Is this really what I want to do? So it does feel like we have to have a face-to-face conversation. And this is your energy, Libra. The Queen of Swords is here. I feel like you'll give them nothing less than the honest truth. But I feel like it should be done face-to-face. I don't think this is a conversation that takes place in text. It feels like it has to be a very truthful, honest communication about what we do next. Maybe you're going to say, look, I don't know you well enough. I'm not sure that I want to do this. It needs to go slower. It feels a little bit like that. What's the outcome here? What's the outcome, please, for Libra? We've got the 9 of Swords. We've got the 6 of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, let me observe it for a little bit. I do want the victory is what you're going to say. I do want the victory. I love the attention. I like the way this is playing out at this moment. I feel a deep connection to you, but I feel like somebody here is trying to push things forward really quick here, whether it's the masculine or the feminine. It feels like somebody's trying to move it forward really quickly, and that's what happens. And you will end up saying no. If somebody is trying to push it forward and they're trying to force you into doing something you're not ready for, 10 swords will ensue. You will say no. Then we've got to end this because that's not where I'm at. I feel like you need more information. This is the one who's curious, who wants to explore it, who needs more information, right? So it does feel like you need more information, and I feel like you're going to tell this person that you really like the way the relationship is going right now, and you do think that this is a really good relationship we could build on, right? We've got Capricorn and Taurus who build their empires of money, material wealth, and I feel like this is where you're at right now, though. It's like it could go either way. It feels like the Hanged Man energy is where you're at right now, where you're holding back, trying to make a decision, get a different perspective, and think everything is about to change. No matter what decision you make, no matter what you tell this person, everything changes within the relationship. So I think that you're trying to decide, is this the end of the road? Or is this just the closing of an old chapter so we can open a new chapter? I think it's going to take you some time to think about that. And I think you should take all the time that you need, because this seems like a really big decision. It's going to change your life. It's a really big decision. So I feel like the outcome is telling me to tell you to take your time. And the World card could definitely be this thought process of going through this portal to a new life. Definitely moving across the world, as I was saying. It does feel like it's somebody who either wants you to make a really big step in your life, leaving behind everything that you ever knew your life to be, or moving across the world. Like you could have met someone who lives across the world from you, and somebody wants you to come across the world, and you're not really sure. Like, if I don't know you well enough, what if it doesn't work? And then what? So I feel like you're stuck here in this perspective energy, and I would say take as much time as you need. We could be talking about someone who's Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, maybe a Sagittarius. We've got Pisces energy here. We've got Scorpio, Pisces as well, Cancer. Of course, your energy here, which is Libra, Virgo, Gemini. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces as well. All right, I'm going to leave that right there, and let me know if that sounds like anything you're going through. I'd really love to know. I never know who I'm reading for. Thanks so much for coming here, Libra. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and you guys have a beautiful weekend. And of course, I'll be back with your next week reading in a couple days. You guys take care. Bye-bye.